Kelly.
Okay. Thank you, Robert, and thank you for having me. So, as you guys know, my name is Kellie Holland. I'm a sophomore here. I'm going to talk to you guys today about singing and specifically choir. I did choir all 4 years of high school. The last 2 years of high school, I was in the advanced women's choir, and I did voice lessons for about a year in high school as well. So one of the great things about choir, and one of my key points that I'm going to make, is that it's a really good stress reliever, at least it is for me, because it's a really good way to just get all of your passion and emotions out while you're singing. You can really focus on the song and get that out, and it was just a really great time for me in high school because I was really stressed and everything. It was a great way to relieve that stress. So a little bit about choir is the choirs that I were in, I was in an all-women's choir. So we had altos and sopranos. And for those of you that don't know, altos sing the lower parts as far as women go, and sopranos are the higher parts. And within those two parts, there's soprano 1, which is the very highest. I was a soprano 1. And then there's soprano 2, which is still high but a little bit lower, and it's more like they do the harmonies rather than the melodies. And then there's alto 1 and alto 2, which is the same premise. Alto 1 is higher, alto 2 is lower. And then whenever we all came together as one big choir for my school, we also had men, which they would be the bass and the tenor. So the tenors are the higher men and the basses are the lower men. So another thing about choir is that it's also really competitive. A lot of people don't think about it as that competitive or that difficult, but we went to Disney World my junior year of high school, which was really, really fun. We got to compete with people nationwide, and it was a really fun experience. A lot of people don't think it's as hard as like band or orchestra, but it's actually just as challenging because, you know, we have to hit those notes. Our bodies are our instruments, so we can't, like, if we're sick, we can't just say, okay, I'm sick, but I'm still gonna like play my tuba, because that doesn't affect it. Like, different things like that. Like, if you're sick, you can't sing, like, because your body's your instrument. It takes all of your energy and your willpower to be able to hit those notes and do what needs to be done. So it's just, a lot of people kind of look at it as a joke of, oh, you're just getting up there and singing, but we had one song that there were 6 different parts in it, and we all had to try to match together and like form the melodies and the harmonies. And for those of you that also don't know, harmonies are the melody is like the main part, like the chorus that you would hear just from a song like Happy Birthday, like the main part you would hear in Happy Birthday, that would be considered the melody, and the harmony is what accompanies it, like I don't really know entirely how to explain it. But it can be really challenging as well, because your body's your instrument, like I've been saying. Like, if you're really exhausted, it's going to affect your singing, and you need to be able to get your vowels right, you need to be able to get your tone and your pitch and everything just on point, because if not, it's going to ruin the whole song. So just as a conclusion, I think choir is a really, really good way to just get a lot of stress out and be able to express yourself, definitely. Because everybody has a different voice, everyone has a unique voice, and it's really a great opportunity for people to be able to express themselves in that manner. It's also just as challenging as band or orchestra, because everything that you do, as far as your body goes and your attitude and everything, affects it so much more. And also, just to end on a quote, let me think about it real quick. There's a quote that I really like that's, where words fail, music speaks, because even if you're listening to like the radio or anything, so many of the music that you hear just has so much meaning behind it, and the lyrics just mean so much to not just the person that wrote it, but to everyone that can relate to it. So music is just a really important part of my life, and I'm glad I was able to share this knowledge with you all. So thank you for having me.